My name is Darren Osborne. Thank you for purchasing our video guide to computer assembly.
Well, I've been and gone and done it now. I finally joined the technological revolution. I've just bought my first computer. All I've got to do now is set it up.
Hello and welcome, and thank you for buying your PC from Time Computer Systems.
Hello. Now, when your BBC Micro arrived, I would imagine that the first thing that you did was to read through the welcome booklet that came with it.
Hello, I'm John Briggs, and I'd like to welcome you to the Black and White Guide to Fast Ethernet.
A very good morning to you. I'm Richard Kershaw. Let me welcome you to the Computer Channel's first broadcast, which comes live from the National Exhibition Centre here in Birmingham.
You may be watching this video before you've purchased your PC, or whilst you're awaiting delivery of your PC, or after you've received it.
The first items we will assemble are our three drives: floppy drive, hard drive, CD-ROM drive. Let's do that now.
Always get the plugs for the mouse and the keyboard round the right way, or when you switch on, nothing happens.
Thank you, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Now, PCs are addictive. You could find yourself spending many hours in front of the screen.
When you start Windows, the large area you see is called the desktop.
A PC without software is like a hi-fi without CDs.
Some Time systems may come fitted with the latest DVD, or digital versatile disk drives.
Installing Windows 95 off a CD-ROM could take about 30 minutes. But installing off floppy disk, well, let's just say it takes longer. Installing Lotus Smart Suite's 42 disks. Ouch!
By the way, the computer uses the letter C to refer to the hard drive, so it's often called the C drive.
Your computer system may crash and give a software error. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon.
First of all, faxing.
Great that.
When you configure the motherboard that you're working on, you should always refer to the jumper settings section of the motherboard manual that accompanies your motherboard.
A high-density disk has a capacity of 1.44 megabytes, and a double-density disk can store around half that. Firstly, to kill your virus, you must understand your virus.
Now, viruses affect PCs in different ways. Some cause messages to appear on the screen.
Well, we're almost halfway done.
Surely you've heard of the internet. Almost surely you hadn't heard of it a year ago.
So how do you get on the internet?
Most ISPs will provide you with software so that you can use all of the features of cyberspace.
But what exactly is the internet, and what can we use it for?
With the correct software, you can send faxes, surf the net, and connect to information systems such as bulletin boards or BBSs.
Fast Ethernet is rapidly becoming the weapon of choice in the battle for bandwidth.
The LA Times says, an address on the internet is the latest gotta-have symbol in corporate America.
Fast Ethernet is essentially the same as Ethernet, except that it runs 10 times faster.
To surf the internet's cyberspace and avoid being flamed, you will need to understand some basic internet tools and follow NetCitizen guidelines. The best way to determine someone's email address is to call them and ask.
This is what makes the internet what it is today. You can even email the President of the United States. It's just like sending a letter, only you get a quicker response.
Catch a cyberspace wave.
Now it's the 90s and the mole is back, bigger and better than ever before.
What are the key technologies of the 90s that you've seen evidence here this morning?
Of course, this isn't basic. This is rubbish.
I've seen more pirated copies of expensive American software in the Soviet Union than I've seen copies in this country.
Now, there are many different types of program that you could write, from simple question and answer programs up to arcade games where you spend all your time killing aliens or perhaps digging holes for monsters to fall into.
Well, sorry, but this is a poorly thought out game, despite the good graphics, and doesn't really hold your interest for very long.
Portable computers are now smaller, lighter, and more versatile than ever before.
It's always worth doing a final check of the logic before you run the program, just in case there is something silly that you've left out.
The gameplay is a little boring after a while, though, so in the end, the game becomes just driving around.
I think the computer channel, if the quality of the information is high and the cost is beneficial to companies compared with existing training, I think computer channel stands a very large chance of achieving success in its aims.
Well, the program seems to work, though I don't think anybody would claim that the output looks very elegant or very pretty.
Castle Master is available for the Amiga, ST, Commodore, Spectrum, Amstrad and IBM PC.
Well, that's the program as we left it at the end of the last session. It's not very impressive.
So that's how static class members and functions can help make your life as a programmer easier.
That completes the actual assembly of the system.
That now completes the post-install setup. Your Windows 95 PC is complete.
See, the thing about learning how to use a computer is it's a gradual process. The more you use it, the more confident you'll become. So your phone call to PC Plus today could be, oh, where do I put my mouse? But in a year's time, your phone call could be, where do I plug in my virtual reality helmet? Whatever happens, enjoy yourself.
But for the moment, it's up to you to go away and to practice the things we've talked about during this tape. Till then, good programming.
Thank you for purchasing our video guide to computer assembly. We hope that it's provided the information you need on component assembly techniques and procedures. I and my team look forward to hearing from you shortly with your first component orders.
Stop the tape now.